love playing against Snake, and I love playing as Snake. Very, very fun character if you know what you're doing.
That's a good place to be for those niche characters, or I don't want to say niche, but weird playstyle characters, is if you play them and you get to also know how to play against them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Speaking of niche, weird playstyle characters, Greninja?
Yeah.
Terry? Yeah, it's not a matchup you see too often.
I have to imagine it's going to be really high octane.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, first glance, my thoughts are, okay, Terry probably has a slight advantage, at least in neutral, because, you know, Greninja, lack of out-of-shield options, best out-of-shield option is probably back, well, not gonna say best, fastest is back there, right? Terry, some of the best frame data in the game with his tilts. So much safety and combined with, you know, speed, power, combo ability, and we kind of see that already happening this match with Nomad. Kind of snowballing it away, but oh man, that was close.
That was close. Now we're seeing Greninja's positives, which is the advantage state. Having a better advantage state than, or I mean, I guess using Terry's disadvantage state is really what we're seeing here.
Yeah, I definitely would agree more with Greninja being very, very good at abusing Terry's disadvantage state. Terry, yep, okay.
Unfortunate. I think there was a controller disconnect issue.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. I don't know what the players want to do. I guess they're okay with playing it out. So
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think they just did start. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're homies right here. We're enjoying the comp. So back to this match. PS2 as a stage. I'm curious as to what the thought process behind this pick was. Maybe it was just a counter pick, but I'd imagine this would be pretty good for Greninja given how much ability this character has, right?
Yeah. We've not been putting too much stock in it. We're just like PS2 is now the new classic stage. So.
Right.
Oh, okay.
All right. Right off the bat, Nomad closing it out with a power dunk in the air. Okay. C++ not too far behind.
We've got Go online, though, and this is kind of the place that you want to be as Terry. You're up a stock, you've still got Go on hand, and you just want to rack up as much damage as you can before you lose your stock.
Oh, yeah. The one thing I want to note on in terms of C++'s play, he's doing a very good job of not necessarily engaging Terry in neutral on the ground. Definitely playing to Greninja's strengths in terms of just being in the air, making sure that he's actively controlling space with Nair back here. And if he is landing on Terry, he's picking his spots well. Like he's landing behind Terry's shield, making sure that he's not in an awkward position to just get blown up by Buster Wolf or anything else like that. But Nomad, every time he gets that hit, hurts.
Yeah, Terry's stumpy aerials mean that Greninja can just keep using his Nair stay. Keep his general zone in the air safe, and then he can outspace with fair and
oh yeah,
up air.
Okay, interesting choice going for the up tilt up B. I'm not sure that's a true combo, but doesn't get punished too hard for it. I'm liking how back and forth it is. Oh yeah, good chase jabs, good dash attacks. Both these players playing it pretty solid so far, though. I'm impressed.
Yeah, this is going to be a close one. I'm seeing what's very interesting is obviously that.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
That's going to happen.
One air and dash attack. That's all it takes.
Yeah, a lot of, I guess I wouldn't have expected to say footsies in a game with Greninja versus Terry, but
right.
It does seem to be the case. More aerial footsies coming out from Greninja, though.
Oh, yeah. And that's not to discount Terry's air game. Terry has a phenomenal air game. Have you seen his Nair?
Yeah.
Frame 4, and for whatever reason, half the size of his body, or Greninja's body, actually.
Yeah.
So he definitely has the tools to challenge Greninja in there if he so chooses to.
Right.
But C++, again, using that movement to not have to engage Terry in those spots, taking good advantage of it.
Absolutely. And then why even bother challenging Greninja in the air when you can just abuse his poor out of shield options
on
the ground?
All right. Ooh, scary spot. Let's get back. Side B?
Immediately an even game again.
Oh, man.
Hydro pump to stuff it, but luckily the drift was there.
Oh, yeah. Nomad wisely spacing his recovery to make it back. All right, it's getting scary. I see the forward air. He's slightly off the mark. He's looking for an air dodge somewhere. But Nomad's just being patient, staying on the ground. I like the dash attack to catch him on the ledge.
Good DI.
Oh, boy. Okay, good jump.
This is a little bit more what we expected to see. A lot faster gameplay. I don't know if it's from panic or if it's from figuring out the matchup, but
I think it's a little bit of both. I definitely saw a couple of misplaced aerials here. C++, oh yeah, great parry. Just looking for that final. He gets the follow-up. There it is.
Down tilt to the fair. The classic Greninja kill confirm, and that was an insanely close game one. I don't know if you, as Nomad, are in a good headspace because you're like, okay, I've got things that I can work on. I know how I can take the next game. This was very close, and I just made a few mistakes here and there. Or if it's like this game was so exhausting that I have to switch something up.
Right. I personally think Nomad is fine in that matchup. I will give credit where credit's due. C++ doing a fantastic job of conditioning out It's hard to call this term. Conditioning Nomad to do nothing. It's weird when you say it, right? But that entire time we saw dash attacks, down tilts, C++ kind of looking, checking, waiting, looking for an air dodge. Couldn't catch it, but he finally decided, okay, after I've done down tilt so many times, I know you're not air dodging here. I'm just going to call you out for it, and I'm going to get that hit. That was super, super good call out from C++. And good
that down tilt conditioning absolutely was incredible. I think that was the game changer. I think we were 2 stocks in or just after the first stock had been taken, and we just saw a lot of raw down tilts being thrown out, watching for the response. And that adaptation, I think, is what really turned it around.
Oh, yeah. Nomad running it back with Terry. I do like this pick. Again, I do think Pokemon Stadium, probably one of the largest, or the largest main platform in the legal stage list. So I do like the fact that he's downsizing, right? He's giving Greninja less room to move around to use those buttons. He's forcing him to engage. So you have less shurikens to deal with, and definitely more opportunities to fight Greninja instead of having to worry about catching him.
Does Greninja's up smash reach the Smashville platforms?
I believe it does. However, I think Greninja's up smash does cause the opponent to fall out on Smashville because of the height. So certain characters will actively get hit by the first hit and then just fall out the second, or get put into a tech chase in second. It's kind of. I'm sorry. Don't quote me on that. That may be Battlefield. One of these 2 stages has that issue. But nonetheless, platform not really coming into play too much. Nomad taking the early lead.
Not sure about the DI there, but it's all right because we're at 70% on Terry.
Oh yeah.
This game is still.
It's still in grass. It's still in grass. Just don't let that gold button go. Oh.
Yeah, that's the challenge. Making sure that he can't abuse go when he gets it.
Oh yeah. And we're starting to see a little bit more grounded play from C++. Nomad starting to call out these run-up dash attacks, not really letting him get the opportunity to get his conversions at, or even get that conditioning started.
Good weight on the roll.
Oh yeah, I was so expecting wake up. Are you okay? But no. We're just looking for it. Greninja seems to be A-okay right now, as long as he's able to hold this stock and not get touched.
A lot of patience from C++, which is good to see, especially when you're down and your opponent has go.
Oh yeah, that's the one thing you cannot get into the fear against Terry. You cannot get too afraid of that go meter. Terry's still the same character for the most part. He just has that one extra button. Okay, maybe be a little afraid. that was bold. That was so bold. I would do that. Shoot, I'd be waiting on the ledge.
That's true.
That's me anywhere near that.
That should be stock. Oh, no, good DI. Right at the corner of the blast zone.
Oh yeah, not quite taking it out right there. And another one, yeah.
We need to see some varied recovery that isn't just normal get up and jump attack, or jump.
Oh yeah, and I think the problem here is that, again, C++'s strength last match was conditioning out of that down tilt, getting his KO confirms. The problem with that is you have to be on the ground against Terry, and with gold, that's terrifying.
Exactly, and we're in a rough spot, right? After you get to about 100% or 120%, Greninja can no longer combo his down tilt into his fair. True, and so Terry just gets to run away with go for the rest of the game?
Yeah, that's the scary part. I so thought that forward throw would kill right there, but not quite. Nice conversion. Okay, getting the bounce off the back air into the forward tilt. Finally closing out that stock, but 2 more Terry stocks to contend with right here.
That's why we were just seeing as the up smash not quite reaching, or the hitbox is so tiny that even the drag down up airs are probably not going to connect.
Yeah, it's rough out here for Greninja lanes. Don't have the DLC privilege of getting up sometimes actually works, but C++ hanging in there, fighting back. Okay, getting some dash attacks, getting something started here.
This is getting tight.
Just be careful in the corner. If he commits to even one down tilt or dash attack and gets hit, yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
The forward smash to mix up the timing from what was probably expected, which was either the side B or a forward tilt.
Oh yeah, I love the decision making there from Nomad. Like, what's the worst that's gonna happen, right? If you get your down tilt, like, hey, I'm not dying from this. I'm taking my 30-40% at most. But if I just get this one forward smash, you're dead. That's the game. You're trading that game for a couple percent. I'll take that trade any day of the week.
That's my favorite thing with fighting games that aren't generally Smash, is just that the mix-up options. And so getting to see kind of the same type of thing being executed in Smash, especially on ground game, is it's the most exciting thing.
Oh yeah, it's super, super fun to have it. Platforms do play a role in the mix-ups, but even traditional FGC mix-up, they still are in this game. It may look a little different, but I promise you they're there. So, switching it up to Town and City, and I definitely agree with this choice for Game 3. Plenty of space for Greninja to move around, to weave and bob in, use those warrior shurikens and get what he can, get started. But so far, Nomad kind of shutting that down.
Yeah, big thing here is that if your opponent does not have enough experience, at least on Town and City, especially on a character like Terry, where you have very, I guess you can call them specific aerial hitboxes, you're going to have to adapt your gameplay a lot depending on which platforms Greninja decides to play off of.
Oh, 100%. And one thing that I want to kind of see too, Terry, in my opinion, actually likes Town and City. You know, he is a scrapper, he is a brawler, but he does have the mobility on his specials to maneuver around the stage and to kind of play a game against Greninja, especially when that center platform's there. Power dunking from that gives you that +1. So if you do it from a certain height, right, power dunk is actually plus, so he can move, I think, a frame before you can, and it's absolutely terrifying. He can pretty much jab any character in the game, and Greninja, again, kind of short on out-of-short options, so it's super, super effective here.
Absolutely. We're at that 109%. Terry has go, but still in kill confirm range.
All right.
And now we're getting out of it. This is the challenge. Keep the advantage state, but if you lose it, then you're in a rough spot as Greninja.
And see, there we go. That's the landing aerial mix-ups with the specials right there. It's kind of hard to catch. Oh, man, it's terrifying. It's an option.
This is where it gets really scary. You're on flat platforms. You are trying to play ground game against Terry, and he's just holding it.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely not giving in to any jumps. Yep, there it is. There it is. Not giving C++ any jumps at all. Just thinking, hey, we're gonna play this game.
Absolutely.
You're more terrified of me.
So now we're in a challenge, right? We have to get a good mix-up or a prediction to get a stray hit to kill Nomad, or you're just going to have to deal with go for another minute.
Oh, yeah. And right now, looking for the hit, and the Town and City ceiling actually coming to play right there. And as long as Town and City, oh my gosh, amazing mix-up to land right there, but is going to get caught by that forward air. I love the way that Nomad is mixing it up right there. C++ absolutely phenomenal job to catch him on the end right there.
C++ has been doing such a good job of waiting out the air dodges every time. Honestly, with landing recovery in general, he doesn't really lose much from not chasing the air dodge, or from chasing the air dodge as opposed to not chasing the air dodge. So it's good to see that he's really being patient.
Oh, yeah. Okay, ledge trap situation. What's the option going to be? Throws another shuriken, just plays it safe. I like the option. Okay, we can take the trades right there.
And obviously, Greninja's going to have a little bit of distance here, so he's going to play it.
Oh, yeah. And now this is where the question is. You can get the shuriken damage for free, but how much do you really want to give to Terry?
Exactly.
Okay, and again, we see the cross-up nairs landing behind the shield, giving that little bit of extra frame advantage just to get away from Terry's down tilt.
Yeah, it's hard to play the down tilt game right now unless you somehow get yourself into a minor advantage state as Greninja, so you kind of just have to keep throwing out these stray aerials and hold the advantage. Go is online.
So close, so close, so close. And I think if C++ just pushed a little bit more right there when he had Terry off, oh my gosh, it covers everything.
Yeah.
Power Geyser absolutely demolishing that roll, saying, no, you're not okay, stay on the ledge.
Yeah, you can't mix up how you recover, you just have to mix up the timing.
Oh, yeah. And again, the check. Free damage, okay, 53.
Wow.
It's getting kind of scary.
Greninja has so many options to vary his recovery that I'm surprised we're not seeing more of it. Good try on the hyper pump.
Yeah, you know, I was looking to see if we were going to get a high recovery from C++ to get off the ledge there and not be there, because that's honestly where Nomad's been getting most of his conversions from, but nice call out on that power dunk from C++. All right, still in this game, no go online, 57%, it's not too bad.
Yeah, this is not the worst place to be as Greninja. You don't want to get comboed like that, or you're about to be, I mean, you already are in kill percent, so you've got to play footsies and you've got to play it well.
Oh, yeah. And right now, C++ opting to use the shurikens to his advantage. At this point, why not? You're at kill percent, Terry's not. You have the speed to outrun him. Ooh, 2 dash attacks.
Yeah.
3.
It's panic time now.
Oh, yeah. It's terror time.
See, that's a situation where C++ wasn't in panic mode. He wouldn't have chased the air dodge. Oh,
yeah.
The kill confirm comes out, and that was just a tight one.
Oh, yeah.
A close game. Great set.
Oh, yeah. Phenomenal set. Nomad closing it out. Shout outs to him for holding it down with